If you have credit card debt across multiple cards, you've probably heard of two main strategies for paying it off: the Avalanche method and the Snowball method. People debate which one is better all the time. The honest answer is they both work, but they work differently, and for different people. Picking the wrong one for your personality can actually cause you to quit before you finish. In this video, I'm going to explain exactly how each method works, show you the real math, and help you figure out which one you should actually use. Because the best debt payoff strategy isn't the one that saves the most money on paper. It's the one you'll stick with. First, let's set the stage. Both methods assume you're doing the same thing, paying the minimum payment on every card except one. On that one card, you throw all your extra money, everything beyond the minimums. The only difference between the two methods is which card you attack first. The Avalanche method says, attack the card with the highest interest rate first. The Snowball method says, attack the card with the smallest balance first. That's literally the only difference. But that difference has significant consequences. Let's look at the Avalanche method first. Say you have 3 cards. Card A, $4,000 balance, 24% APR. Card B, $1,500 balance, 18% APR. Card C, $800 balance, 12% APR. You have $400 a month to put toward debt after minimums. With the Avalanche method, you'd put every extra dollar toward Card A, the 24% card, because it's costing you the most in interest. Once Card A is paid off, you roll that payment to Card B. Then to Card C. The math advantage is real. You pay less total interest. Every dollar you pay toward the high-interest card saves more money than a dollar paid toward the low-interest card. Over the life of the payoff, the Avalanche method can save you hundreds or even thousands of dollars compared to the Snowball. The problem with the Avalanche method is psychological. If your highest interest card also has your highest balance, which is common, you might be grinding away at it for months or even years before you eliminate your first debt completely. For a lot of people, that's discouraging. They don't see a win. They start to feel like they're not making progress, even when they are. And eventually, some of them quit. That's where the Snowball method comes in. The Snowball method, made famous by Dave Ramsey, tells you to ignore interest rates entirely. Pay the minimums on everything, then attack your smallest balance first. Using the same 3 cards, you'd pay off Card C, $800 at 12% first, even though it has the lowest interest rate. Why? Because you eliminate an entire debt faster. The moment you pay off Card C, you have a win. One fewer payment to worry about. One fewer card stressing you out. Then you roll that freed up payment to Card B and knock it out. Then to Card A. Psychologically, this is powerful. Research from Harvard Business Review and other sources shows that people who use the Snowball method are more likely to stay motivated and actually complete their debt payoff. The quick wins create momentum. That's not a small thing. A strategy that's mathematically inferior but that you actually finish beats a strategy that's optimal on a spreadsheet but that you abandon. Think about it this way: if you have $8,000 in credit card debt and you quit halfway through an Avalanche strategy, you're still $4,000 in debt. If you finish a Snowball strategy that cost you $200 extra in interest, you're debt-free. The $200 was worth it. Let me run the real numbers for the 3-card example so you can see the difference clearly. Total debt, $6,300. You're paying $400 per month toward debt. With the Avalanche method, you'd pay off all 3 cards in approximately 19 months and pay roughly $1,840 in total interest. With the Snowball method, you'd pay off all 3 cards in approximately 20 months and pay roughly $1,980 in total interest. So the Avalanche saves you about $140 in 1 month. That's real money, but it's not a life-changing difference. If the Snowball method means you actually stay on track and finish, that $140 is an easy trade. Now, when does the difference actually matter? The gap between the two methods gets larger when you have a high-interest card with a very large balance. If you owe $15,000 on a 29% APR card and only $500 on two other cards, the Avalanche method might save you $800 to $1,200 more than the Snowball. In that scenario, it's worth taking seriously. The gap shrinks when your interest rates are close together, your balances are somewhat similar, or your highest interest card also happens to be your smallest balance, in which case both methods give you the same first target anyway. Here's how to decide which one is right for you. Ask yourself one honest question: have you tried to pay off debt before and stopped? If yes, if you have a history of starting strong and losing momentum, use the Snowball. The psychology isn't a weakness. It's information about how your motivation actually works. Work with it, not against it. If you've never tried before, or you're highly motivated by numbers and progress charts, or your highest interest debt also happens to be manageable in size, give the Avalanche a shot. The interest savings are real. There's also a hybrid approach that some people use. Pay off one or two small balances using the Snowball logic, eliminate them fast and get the quick win, and then switch to attacking your highest interest debt for the rest of the payoff. You get some early momentum and then optimize for interest savings once you're already in motion. It's not mathematically perfect, but personal finance isn't a math exam. One thing both methods agree on: stop adding to the debt while you're paying it off. This sounds obvious, but it's where most people fail. If you're using a card for daily spending while simultaneously paying it down, you're moving the finish line. The minimum payments just keep you treading water. You need to either stop using the card entirely, use it only for things you can pay off immediately that month, or switch to debit for daily purchases until the debt is gone. The payoff strategy only works if the balance is actually decreasing. So here's the bottom line. Both methods work. The Avalanche saves more money. The Snowball keeps more people motivated. Pick the one that matches how you're wired, not the one that looks better on a calculator. If you're not sure, start with the Snowball. Get one small win. Feel what it's like to eliminate a debt completely. Then see if you want to switch to the Avalanche for the rest. You'll know pretty quickly whether you need those early wins to stay committed. Debt payoff isn't complicated. It's just slow. The strategy that keeps you going is the right one. I'll see you in the next one.